So here we are in the Ucompaghre Ranch. I don't call it a wilderness. It's not a wilderness because the sheep have been driven up in here. See that? Everywhere else we've been, you can see the undergrowth is really high. See up in there? Because of the snows. Now it hasn't rained a lot down here, but they ran sheep up in here. And they kept them moving, right? But there's been no rain, so that's all just no seeds. Nothing for chipmunks, nothing for elk or deer, anything else. It's very beautiful here. But don't think for 1 minute that if you go in a wilderness in Colorado that you're going to see wilderness. It's ranch land. They run cattle on the West Fork. They run sheep on the East Fork. The snow did a job on the trees. So we packed in last night about 3.5 hours. Got here about 1:30. And we're walking today farther up the East Fork. And yeah, it's unsustainable. So we hiked up 1.5 miles up the Ucompaghre, the East Fork, and soon realized this isn't a hiking trail. It's a fucking stock drive for the goddamn sheep. It's been a death march coming out of here. The flies are in the fucking millions from the sheep shit. I am so mad. We were so looking forward to a nice hike in the wilderness, and what we got was a fucking stock drive. The ground is churned up from hundreds of sheep being driven up here in the spring in the mud, and they've shit everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And so the flies are, they got to lay their eggs somewhere. They lay it in shit, and it's hot. It's 80 degrees in the sun. Nobody's doing a fucking thing about the environment. This has been my problem since I was 14. Nobody listens. I am absolutely furious right now. And anger is the only thing that's going to get me out of here. We got another 2 fucking miles to go to get away from the fucking sheep shit and the goddamn flies. We saw this person from the San Juan Association. It said ranger on it, partner, park partner. And I said, well, what do you guys do about the sheep and the cows? What do you mean? What do you mean, she says. I went, well, Paul says, well, how do you guys determine if they're bringing too much in or it's overgrazed? Look, everything's crunched down to nothing. There's nothing to eat. There's nothing for any other animal to eat. Look, it's been ruined. There's no place to put a tent down because you hit sheep shit. It's freaking insane. When are people going to learn? Somebody will say, oh, my family's been running sheep up there for 150 years. We're good stewards of the land, the cowhands. My family's been doing this for 100 years. Have you looked at what they do? Because you got greedy for grass-fed sheep and beef. We haven't seen a single deer. There's no elk sign up here. Fuck the bears. The bears are screwed. It's nuts. They don't care. Everybody wants to get money off this. Concessioners, cowmen, sheep herders, miners, and God knows what all else. That's all it is. It's just one big fucking place to make money. Forest Service, yeah, they're ghosts of their former selves. They can't do anything. And then everybody wants to complain about the Forest Service. Seriously? Seriously. They get paid $22,000 a year in a cold cabin and a truck to go around fixing signs that people shot at because they don't want them going. They want to run their ATVs. It's just, human beings are extinct. We're not sentient. It's fucking nuts. Humanity is crazy. Where's our Edward Abbeys? Where's our John Muirs? Where's our Humboldts? Where are they? They've been driven into the ground, marginalized, laughed at. Politicians and lobbyists have gotten rid of them all. Every single one of them. It's either sold out. It's fucking nuts. This is nuts. I'm going to make sure people don't know to come this trail. Thinking about all the environmental change, and there's only about 1% of us that even care or are fighting. Some of us are losing our fight. Never had a chance to fight because we got taken out in one way or the other. And all you can do sometimes as a therapist is be a benevolent witness to something's process, whether it's an individual or a whole culture, a planet. There's not going to be anybody around to hear what happened. People like Humboldt, John Muir, others have been forgotten. They're forgotten. There's been some books come out about our trees and our water and our air. So ucompaghre and the whole western slope are just being used up. Lumber, cattle, cows, sheep, mining, and they don't even know. They just hate the government, mostly in these conservative areas. And the few people that are trying to do something, they get marginalized, laughed at like the cuckoos. I asked the girl, what about the sheep and the cows? Do you guys monitor that? She says, well, what about them? I was like, oh my Lord, really? You're 25 years old. Yeah. I don't know. Just try to witness.